You know what hurts more than being cheated on? Watching two people who clearly love each other just miss. The movies on this list are full of heartbreak, painful timing, and endings that honestly feel unfair. Some will make you emotional. A few might completely ruin your mood. Stay till the end, because number 2 is the one most people regret watching alone. Let's get into it. Most love stories show you how people fall together. Blue Valentine shows you how they fall apart, slowly, quietly, without anyone being purely the bad guy. The film jumps between past and present, and the contrast is brutal, because you can see exactly who these two people were when they were happy, and then watch them fail to find that version of each other anymore. There's an argument in a cheap motel room near the end. Nothing is thrown, no one screams, and it's one of the most uncomfortable scenes I've ever watched because both of them make sense. That's what this film does. It makes love feel breakable in the most real way possible. Sometimes bad timing hurts more than heartbreak, and One Day is the perfect example. Emma and Dexter meet on graduation night. There's a moment early in the film where they almost say something real to each other, and then one of them looks away. That's the whole movie, honestly, that one look. The film checks in on them on the same date every single year, and every year you watch the gap, the space between what they feel and what they actually do about it. Some years feel warm, some feel frustrating in a way that makes you want to shake the screen. What One Day understands that most romance films don't is that timing isn't just about being in the right place, it's about being ready, and those two things rarely line up. This next one doesn't arrive with dramatic fights or a single breaking point. Us and Them just quietly falls apart, the way things actually do in real life. Two people meet while trying to build something in a city that keeps making that harder. There's a scene on a train near the end where you see both of them at completely different points in their lives, and you realize the distance between them isn't just physical. The thing about Us and Them is, it never points fingers. Nobody here is the villain. Money pressure, tired dreams, and 1,000 small moments of choosing differently, that's what breaks them, and somehow that's worse than if someone had just done something wrong. Okay, we're halfway through, and the next one caught me off guard. It starts like a cute high school story, and then it does something I genuinely did not see coming. On the surface, 20th Century Girl looks harmless. A teenage girl, a boy her best friend likes, a little bit of secret intel gathering. It's fun, it's nostalgic, you're smiling through the first half. And then the film quietly introduces a detail, something small that you file away and almost forget about. By the final 20 minutes, that detail comes back and it changes everything you just watched. I've seen people describe finishing this as feeling like the ground shifted under them. That's not an exaggeration. No spoilers, just watch it. 2 left, and the next one, number 2, is the reason I said don't watch this one alone. Marriage Story follows a couple getting divorced. That's the whole setup. But here's the thing. At the start of Marriage Story, they each describe what they love about the other person, in detail, out loud. And then you spend the next 2 hours watching that love get buried under lawyers, paperwork, and 2 people who stopped knowing how to talk to each other. There's a fight, maybe 20 minutes from the end, where everything that's been held back comes out, and it escalates so quickly and so brutally that you might actually need to pause the movie just to catch your breath. Nobody in this film is the villain. That's what makes it so hard to watch. If you've ever loved someone and then had to figure out what comes after that, this one will find you. And then there's La La Land. This one starts like a musical. It's vibrant, romantic, almost too beautiful to take seriously. And for a while, you believe it. 2 people chasing their dreams, falling in love, building something together. But the film has a quiet question running underneath all of it. What happens when 2 people's dreams start pulling in different directions? The ending doesn't give you a fight. It doesn't give you a villain. It gives you something much harder. A look. 5 seconds on screen. And in those 5 seconds, the film asks you to hold everything they were together and everything they became apart at the same time. There's a reason people are still talking about that ending years later. It doesn't hurt loudly, it just stays. 6 love stories. No cheating, no big betrayals, just 2 people who couldn't quite make it work for reasons that feel painfully human. Drop a comment, which of these have you seen? And if one of them left a mark on you, tell me which scene. I want to know. If this list felt different from the usual movie content you scroll past, that's what After Dark Cinema is. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.